Hello, good morning and welcome back. It's day 2 here at the 80th at Goodwood members meeting, and wow, do we have a spectacular lineup to get very excited about. A couple of highlights to look out for. We are celebrating the 60th anniversary of the Porsche 911 with a high-speed demonstration run, plus the much anticipated Gordon Spikes final will take place at the end of the day. Now the competition is very much heating up on track, but it's also heating up in the house competition. Our house captains have been getting all the spectators involved, trying to get as many points as possible. So we will see how that unfolds. In the meantime, let's get cracking.
Shortly underway, it's Ray Mallock on pole who gets a good start. The Chris Drake forward in the middle. The Silver 33 has a bit of a stutter but does eventually get going. But I think it's Ray Mallock who makes the best of the start. So I think we've had a bit of a staller further back. And our pit lane starter does get going with the help of a little bit of a push. Chris Drake now trying to get back up to speed. But it's Mallock who was away and well from pole position.
But yeah, dreadful start.
Car off as well. That is the number 33.
Hopefully he's going to filter back on nicely then. Oh, and another number 10. Michael Gans has spun around as well, and now the number 8, Alex Morton. So I wonder if they've come together because they were in close proximity to each other.
Roach is not relenting here on the back of the Mallock. He absolutely wants to take the lead, and is this where he does? He gets alongside and makes it look all too easy too. So constantly at the sharp end, battling for fourth at the moment. And once again, we have a change for leader after 5 laps of this race. The number 32 goes to the front, but under braking, it's the all-orange car, the number 12 of Mallock, who makes his way back through. We continue to go. And the clock has timed down, so this should be the final lap as we watch the number 32 of Ray Mallock, who then gets onto the grass and has a spin around on the final lap. Is he going to lose the win? He does. I think the number 12 goes through the chicane for one final time for Stuart Roach in the number 12 Formula Junior. The checkered flag should be waving for him. It does, and he takes the win to secure second place as he limps across in the number 32 U2 Ford Mark II.
Well, I'm delighted to say that joining me now, it's not a racing driver extraordinaire. No, we don't care about those credentials. What we care about is that you are house captain of Audrain Motorsport. Yes. I mean, it is I reckon I need a jacket like this, actually.
No, it's so cool when we were told 10 years ago, because this is year 10 of this initiative. I knew the story of the houses because my sons went to a British school, so I knew the system. And it's so cool because it's not only drivers who belong to a house, but even cooler is all spectators belong to a house. So the idea is to create the spirit of belongship. And so you walk around in a paddock and you get stopped by people. I'm in your house, I'm so proud, we're winning, we're losing. And this is what makes the members meeting magic, because sometimes I'm asked what is the difference between the revival and the members meeting. For me, members meeting is intimacy. Basically, you don't know everybody, but it's like you would know everybody, so it's cool.
He's underway, and it's a really good start from Dan Jackson on the inside. He's gone away exceptionally well. One bike a bit slow away, though. It's the rotary, I think. But no, he doesn't have the lead going in. Scott Carson's got in front as they go through the first corner at Madwick, and this could be a big battle between the top three. Scott Carson with the initial advantage.
Yeah, so this is where he's not seems to be quite as strong on the brakes as Hornby. So, and again, Hornby just underneath him there. So real interesting dice. It's like they've just got slightly different areas of where the two bikes are working better. But look at that, Higlett's gone wide, I think.
This is a really good battle between these two in the four-stroke fight, and for now it's Higlett who's got back in front. Andy Hornby chasing after him, so Graham Higlett, who, oh my goodness, he nearly loses it.
Oh, wow. So it was a massive, it's so important to get a drive out there, and you could see number 50 Higlett, he got on the power, he lost the rear, and he nearly went on the grass. Remember, that grass is damp and you don't want to do it, but he's recovered well.
Victory in the Halewood Trophy does go to Scott Carson. Having taken victory on both days, he takes the aggregate victory as well. Jackson actually came across the line in a Cooper. So there was Dan Jackson, who has come across second. Now, what's going to go on in the four strokes? It's going to be very close. I think Andy Hornby's just going to hold on, like he did last year. Andy Hornby wins the four strokes, the Sheen Trophy.
Yeah.
Such an amazing event here. I've been fortunate enough to race at the members meeting and the revival, and every driver comes back every year because it's just such great fun. But this is a real first to have 30 Cortinas. We think it's the first time they've ever had that many on a grid anywhere in the world, and it's full of an amazing array of drivers, and it's super close. So yeah, it's just an amazing experience, great track, and I think the fans are going to love it. It's going to be like a giant go-kart race, but in Lotus Cortinas.
So number 44, the green one, he got away superbly well. Steve Soper's up on the outside, but that's also a good start for Alex Brundle, number 33. Going around the outside, Alex is on the grass. Oh, he gets it back on the tarmac. I thought he was going to go off there, Alice. Still this battle for second place, Guy Smith. Look at Andrew Jordan's car wobbling around. They're both absolutely on the limit, and Smith is through.
The front battle, and yeah, even again visually you can see that gap has closed down.
Yeah, there's no doubt that Andrew Jordan is on the charge, closing that gap. Oh, he's got very sideways. Huge moment for Andrew Jordan.
So into Levant corner, just really lost the rear. I thought he'd be trying to wait to Goodwood, but clearly not.
And here's the battle for the lead, and he's done it. Andrew Jordan goes through.
Down into Woodcote is where we expect the heaviest braking zone on this circuit. He's down the inside. A fantastic move, and he was nice and clean and respectful to each other. Both drivers, great driving from the both. We'll have a little look. Shedden looks like he's got an even better exit, trying to stay in the toe, nearly pushing him along down the straight. Down into the heaviest braking zone on the track. Again, Carbon Coffee keeping Gordon on the outside. He's going to be brave to try and go around the outside here. Is he? No, thinks better of it. I think that's the right decision, especially in one of these.
But here we are out of the chicane for the final time. It's the number 44 car. Andrew Jordan takes victory with David Dickinson in the Jim Clark Trophy at Goodwood. Now, what's going to happen behind? Look at this. It's all still very, very tight indeed in the battle.
They've got up the Josh Cook car. That's the Josh Cook in 57.
Yeah.
So we've got a change for podium there. So I'm not sure what happened on the last lap there with Josh Cook.
Julian Thomas has taken second place, and it's Gordon Shedden who's taken the podium third. Ashub on the inside up front pole position makes another very good start. Good start from Ben Collins, and once again, as yesterday, it's a dreadful start from Mark Walker in the Darragh, but he did say how difficult it is to get off the line.
Well, he only makes one gear change all race, first to second thereafter. He stays in second for the remainder of the 5 laps.
Here we go then. So this is the view from the second placed car, the Blitzen Benz. The camera on the back of it is looking at the man who's putting him under pressure. That is Mark Walker, who won yesterday, and again he's fighting his way through the field. Look at the straight line speed that it's got.
It's amazing. I mean, Bruce has sat here waving our arms saying look how much he's having to control the car.
Sunbeam in your lap. Listen, here he comes. Here he comes, look. He's done it again.
Okay, just wait until they get to start the braking point. They're different braking points. The Sunbeam in second place will brake later. You can see he's gaining. But who's going to turn into Woodcote first? We had this last time, but don't forget last time, even though he led out of the chicane, Julien Majoub did not win the race. Can Lightning strike twice?
This is going to be tight all the way, but it was out of the chicane that it went wrong for Julian yesterday. He knows that that car's right behind him again. Can Mark Walker do what he did yesterday and just get the speed out of the chicane? Or is Julian going to hold on? I think Julian might hold on this time.
It's going to be close.
It is going to be close. Oh, he's done it again.
Bumping up and down in his seat like a kart racer, and he just got enough of that power down onto terra firma. That was epic. Oh, my heart goes out to Julian Majoub. He knew it was coming, but surely today he thought he had it in the bag.
Undoubtedly, one of the best parts of any race weekend has to be the grid walk. And as you can see, it's a popular one, a fan favourite. It's absolutely packed full. Now, we're about to go into the Porsche 911 60th anniversary celebration, a demo run with Porsches from the 70s and the 80s. Look at this, absolutely spectacular. Derek Bell, a friend of the family here at Goodwood, and you know, has an incredible racing pedigree. But all of these cars have so much history to tell, and we cannot wait to see them all blast out to the first corner.
The two-seater, the blue Gareth Burnett car, also making a good start, and in fact manages to get the jump on all of them as well. I think that might have been Patrick Blakeney-Edwards in the Fraser Nash slotting in behind him as well. So a good start from Blakeney-Edwards on the second row of the grid.
Yeah, Robert Beebe going very well in third place. Pat Blakeney-Edwards has had a problem, and I think he may be coming back into the pits. He's tumbling down the timing screen. So now we have the move for the lead from Richard Bradley. Makes it very nice and tidily down into Ford Water. By the time they get to St Mary's, he's already got about 3 or 4 car lengths clear, and look at the handling potential. But Richard's working that car really hard through the kink to head down towards Woodcote, but through the twisty parts of St Mary's, of course, the Aston Martin got further ahead. But now who's going to break first? Well, it's going to be surely the heavier Alta. What's going to happen? The lighter... Oh, gosh, they had to get past one of the Aston Martin Ulsters, and that puts Richard Bradley on the outside. Is there enough outside? Is there enough handling? Is there enough cornering? Yes, there is. So Richard Bradley back into the lead.
But they come through the chicane. Pit lane to your right, we should see the checkered flag. And it will be Aston Martin who takes the win at the Trofeo Nuvolari race here for the 80th members meeting at the Goodwood Motor Circuit. Richard Bradley takes the win, and the two-seater Albert will come home in second place. A valiant effort, but in the end didn't quite have enough and dropped off. The flag flies and we get underway here for the Tony Gaze Trophy, and it looks like it's a great start really from all three on the front row. How will they unveil as we go into turn one? And it is the pole sitter who holds on to the lead for the time being. It's Cliff Gray who's managed to jump Jonathan Albacasas up into second spot, to the Fraser Nash getting the better of the Austin Healey. But it's the Jaguar that leads them all away from the line. They are certainly giving us some excellent action as well. But there is John Muir making his way past Gray, who is falling back a little bit in that number 32. So room to find. Now he's coming under pressure from Pat Blakeney-Edwards, who's had some brilliant couple of laps. He's really carving his way through the fields. They've dropped the Austin Healey, the 45 of Mortimer, who was placated in 5th. Blakeney-Edwards just in front in 4th. Then it's this battle here, really.
They turn to the left. Now another car up front. Here's the moment for Pat Blakeney-Edwards. Cliff Gray very marginally delayed. Oh, it's super close. Do not interlock wheels, gentlemen, as they go through the dip. Up to Latham they go. Who's going to be later on the brakes? Well, on this occasion, it's Cliff Gray. But is that the right thing to do? Is it better to turn in, get the turn in right, and then get the power down as soon as you can? I think Pat Blakeney-Edwards has been very, very wise there. But either way, he's got a very tidy lead to defend. 4.5 seconds. And in behind me, Simon finally had to change. Cliff Gray motors past John Muir, and then who else fancies to go? Well, that'll be Pat Blakeney-Edwards. He could have been gobbled up, but Cliff Gray looks so he's got out of the chicane in second place. John Muir tucked in behind Robert, and Pat Blakeney-Edwards having a look. So 3 cars.
Flies, and we're racing in Goodwood once again for the Salvadori Cup, and it looks like the dust has genuinely settled, and it's a good start for our pole man Martin Stretton in the Lister Jaguar, who holds on to first, and then second Michael Gans having a fierce fight. The Lotus Climax with the Jaguar D-Type of Gary Pearson fighting, but it's 1, 2 and 3 as they started. But Gary Pearson wants to fight this. He's going to be on the inside for turn 2. It doesn't matter. He's already through. So that's the Jaguar T-Type up into second. Pearson in second, just behind Stretton. And then Michael Gans drops down a place to third.
And already the number 49 is up to 10th place. So Shane has made, wow, and a very impressive start.
Wood and down the inside then for the 49 of Brereton, and he makes it look easy. 5 seconds now the gap though, so during that little scuffle he's managed to make up a bit of time. And what's this? The 49 doing an overtake? I would have never thought it. He makes his way through on the 41 and makes it look far too easy. That the Lister Jaguar, he's just made his way through on Mark Donner until Brereton makes it through on this Jag. The Cooper Climax versus the Jaguar. The Cooper Climax is going to dive down the inside, laid on the brakes. Can the Jaguar cut back and try and give anything to fight this back? Yes, he can. Pearson is side by side now with Brereton, but who's going to have the better straight line speed? Brereton squeezes him on the straight just to let him know, I'm here and I'm coming through.
He's trying to go round the outside, nice and brave, late on the brakes. He's going to run out of road. No, just about hold it. But the 49 is through into third.
And can he get any more positions? Can they make gain? But they've got traffic in front as well, and down into the chicane. That was tight. Just in the background of your picture here, but is this the move for second then? Shane Brereton going down the inside of David Hart. Can he hold it all together? A little bit of steering correction. Holds it all going into the same direction, and now chases down Stretton for the lead.
Not all done yet as the 33 car has another little look down the inside. They're going to go side by side, be nice and clean. No,
he's on the grass. It could all come untangled there for Shane Brereton, but he didn't spin out. He holds it going in the same direction, but it's Hart then who holds on to second, and Gans then makes gains up into third. But how quickly can Brereton come back? What can Gans do? He's in the number 3. Can he hold back Brereton? No, he can't. Brereton goes through, but can he hold it all together? He has to force out wide. He's on the grass again, and that's going to allow Gans through. Hart, meanwhile, it's right onto the back of Brereton. The clock is going to time down. Stretton then in the number 27 does it when he needed to. Out in front, ahead of Hart. Then it was Gans who held on for third, and Shane Brereton from the back up into fourth.
On the 80th members meeting. I mean, your grandfather, Freddie March, who set it up way back, must be rather proud of this.
I think he'd think we were all completely potty, but no, he'd be thrilled. And the members meeting was all about sort of grassroots and motorsport, all the members coming together, bringing their cars, racing them, and that's just what we're trying to recreate with this. But I mean, BT52s are a bit different to what they had in those days, but still.
Yeah. Now, I hate to put you on the spot because there's been a lot going on over the course of the weekend, but if there was a particular highlight for you, what would it have been?
Well, I think there've been a few. I think, well, the all Cortina race, the all ladies Cortina race was pretty spectacular with all those great world champions driving in it. I mean, that was unbelievable. And then I think the members' meeting is very different. We have these high-speed, sort of what we call these high-speed demos, where there's more flexibility than Revival. And to see all those GT1 cars going around together in the sunset last night, all that noise was really spectacular.
And we've got to say once again, thank you for arranging the weather.
We've got away with it so far. We're nearly there, aren't we?
The Moss Trophy at the 80th members meeting underway, and it's a good start from the poleman, Alex Buncombe. Oh, the Chevy doesn't move at all, does finally get going, but actually from the outside, James Cottingham in the AC Cobra going around the outside, and I think he's taken Alex Buncombe. Yes, he has. It is the initial advantage to James Cottingham, and now Alex Buncombe finding himself under pressure from Oliver Bryant.
AC Cobra versus Jaguar E-Type. Yeah, I could watch that any day of the week, and I could certainly watch an overtaking manoeuvre like that from second place into first from Alex Buncombe. But what a move down into Woodcote.
That was an excellent move. I did wonder whether Cottingham was going to shut the door a little bit more, but he didn't. Left-hand drive Cobra versus right-hand drive E-Type. So the gap between the two drivers is bigger than you get in some cases. Straight line speed from the Cobra, but the E-Type was very effective under braking.
Well, 0.2 of a second on the start-finish straight, but like so many races, the Goodwood members meeting, we have power against handling, and it's the E-type that has the handling. Who brakes later would be the lighter E-type, surely down to Woodcote.
You're right, he does brake later, but they were absolutely side by side there for a moment, and it looked like Cottingham was going to get the chance. We've got a car limping, one of the Astons.
Missing the front wheel. I think that's the Dwight Merriman's car. Yes, number 3, the American racer. Well, he was so excited about racing here. His wheel, great camera work again. You have the outside. You've got more grunt, I've got more handling, and the car's set up very differently indeed. But they will respect each other, and they won't want to put these cars at risk. But look, the eyes of Alex Bunker were so large, he looks in his mirror, and now alongside him comes the AC Cobra.
Oh, he's grabbing the lead, and at a good section of the track for him to do that, because there may be a chance to stay out in front, but the E-type's coming back, coming up to the Lotus and the Chevy. It is slowing him down, and it could give a chance to Bunker, but he's got a decent exit out of the chicane. The Lotus getting out of his way, and fair enough, the checkered flag is out, and he takes victory.
The Gordon Spice Trophy is underway. A lot of wheel spin, though, for the Mark 1 goal, but it looks like it was a good start for the Ford Capri of Jake Hill, but smoke billowing out the back of Jake Hill's Capri, and I think that was Rob Huff in the Chevy Camaro who managed to get up to second super quickly as well. Nick Swift falling back from pole position.
Jake Hill will see the flag when he comes round this lap now, so there'll be another lap. He's been told to come in. He'll see the black and orange flag. Rob Huff will know the situation as well. He was probably expecting this for quite some time, but Shepherd has lost a few positions then, down into 14th ahead of Waterfield. Rounds up the top 50, and that's a huge crash for the VW Mark 1 Golf GTI, I believe. Not sure which one that was, though.
I can tell you it was one-sided from 10 of the grid by Mark Wilson. I was worried for any car that goes slowly up onto its side there. Was it the one that Jim Morris started from the front row? That's still going in 8th position, but just got it wrong down there. That was the Akai.
Well, they're all going to have to stop because the red flag has come out because of that split VW, and that was the car number 44, we believe. Here we go then. A restart then. 5 minutes for the Gordon Spice Trophy to decide this final. Rob Huff is away, and well, bit of a slow start for the Chevy of Brian, and Jack Tetley, I think, has managed to hold on into second. We've got cars already way off into the grass. It's a BMW and a Scirocco off. There's carbon fibre going everywhere further back in the back as the middle pack scuffles. But for Rob Huff, he's away and well, being chased down by the sister Chevy of Jack Tetley. Jake Hill is getting into the thick of it as well, passing cars left, right and centre. He is trying to make up as much time as he can. Well, it has certainly proven to be an enthralling race, but it's Rob Huff seeing the win slip out of his hands. Jack Tetley gets right up alongside into the braking zone. Can Tetley make his way around the outside? Lock up for Rob Huff, lock up for both of them. They both run wide, just keeping out of the wall. No, they're not, and that's a huge crash for Tetley, who hits the tyre barrier. Rob Huff loses out. I think that's Shepherd then, who has gone through to take the lead ahead of Huff. Ollie Bryant holds on as well. Where is Jake Hill? Red flag out, as they should have taken the checker, but instead it's a red flag. Big crash there for Tetley. Not what we wanted to see.
So as the last few laps are completed here at the 80th Goodwood members meeting, it is time to say a fond farewell. But what a spectacular weekend it has been. I think a real highlight has to be seeing that Brabham BMW BT52, not one but two of them, take to the track here. So much nostalgia, so much emotion from both the drivers and the audience here. It was a really special moment indeed. A reminder of what a members meeting is all about, a look back in history and celebrating it this weekend. Thank you so much for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you again next year.